Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to be reacting to the second episode of Chernobyl. I'm still not pronouncing it right. I don't know. I'm just not very confident with saying that word. It's obviously not a word for me. Um, so episode one I really enjoyed. I thought it was enjoyed. Not sure enjoyed is the right word. Um, it was very dark, and it was almost. It was dark throughout, and I don't think episodes 2 to 5 are going to be cheering me up anytime soon, because I think it's only going to get worse before it gets better. Um, it was really interesting. Obviously, to me it felt like there was sort of two things going on. We had the innocent people that were being hurt and um, just watching them have to deal with the physical things that were happening to them, and then there was the second side, which was the cover-up side that was happening. And of course, we know that there's a guy who gets brought up into the cover-up who then commits suicide 2 years later, and I guess we're going to find out a lot more about him this episode, so I'm looking forward to that. So, without further ado, I shall begin with episode 2 of Chernobyl. I think I said it right that time. Before I begin, just want to say thank you very much to everyone that's watched the first video. It's easily broken the record for the most watches, most views of any video on my channel. Obviously, that's mostly to do with the show, which obviously has a lot of buzz about it at the moment, but I've really appreciated the comments. Lots of people have been helping me out with some of the science, which I said last time I'm not that great at. A star and GCSE aside. So I've really appreciated your help and support on that. So thank you very much, and I hope you join me for the rest of the series. Alright, let's get on with it.
Secretary Gorbachev has appointed a committee to manage the accident. You're on it.
To manage the accident. They mean manage the cover-up, right?
It would have gone off before. It's coming from outside.
The Americans?
Oh, so when they open the window. Oh, it's like a full fear of Cold War, right? The Americans.
Who's the next closest?
It's Chernobyl, but that's not possible. They're 400 kilometers away.
Well, it's too far for 8 millirontgen. They'd have to be split open. Maybe they know something. No one's answering the phone.
They instantly know it's something serious, don't they? Oh my god.
These are radiation burns. The clothes are contaminated. Help me! Get it all off. I'm taking it down to the basement.
At least someone knew what to do, eh? Didn't look like everyone really knew what to do, but I guess it's just not something you have to deal with every day, is it? Like, oh my god. All these people that are getting contaminated bit by bit. I mean, someone pointed out to me on Twitter that this guy played Anderson Dawes in The Expanse, and he looks nothing like him. It's like a chameleon. I'm just so impressed. He plays him so differently, he looks so different. It's amazing. I wouldn't have had a clue. Not a clue.
All I hear is a man I don't know, engaging in conjecture, in direct contradiction to what has been reported by party officials.
Party officials who are telling you lies.
I didn't mean, please may I express my concern as calmly and as respectfully as
Of course.
Most of these bullets will not stop firing for 100 years. Some of them not for 50,000 years.
You take a look at the reactor, you personally, and you report directly back to me.
Wise decision, Comrade General Secretary.
And take Professor Legatha with you.
He doesn't want to go there.
Forgive me, Governor General Secretary, but I
Do
don't...
you know how a nuclear reactor works?
It's like going on a suicide mission. Why would you want to go? No. Oh.
How does a nuclear reactor work?
What?
It's a simple question.
It's not a simple answer.
Hardly a simple answer.
Of course. You presume I'm too stupid to understand. Tell me how a nuclear reactor works, or I'll have one of these soldiers throw you out of the helicopter.
And then how are you going to know how it works? You idiot.
Get away from them. You want to get sick? Go.
Please,
Don't touch it!
take her. Sir, get us over that building, or I'll have you shot.
You're an absolute idiot. You're not listening to the person who knows.
If you fly directly over that call, I promise you by tomorrow morning you'll be begging for that bullet.
Actually, listen to the experts. How reflective is this of current 21st century politics, where people don't listen to experts in science that actually know what they're talking about? For God's sake.
There is no problem.
I'm telling you that there is.
I prefer my opinion to yours.
I'm a physicist. Before you were deputy secretary, you worked in a shoe factory.
I prefer my opinion to yours. Again, it's very Trump-esque, isn't it? I don't listen to experts. I don't listen to people who actually know what they're talking about because I just happen to be in this position. It's ridiculous. And I mean, we're not far into episode 2, and I'm already getting quite angry.
Stay behind.
Have one of your men get as close to the fire as you can. Give them every bit of protection you have, but understand that even with lead shielding, it may not be enough.
Wow.
Then I'll do it myself.
Wow.
Good.
One of the few people to actually say something, sort of valiant and brave in this program so far, because it's been full of cowards hiding behind their lies at the moment. Love the way they've made that carpet look so 80s. And all the colours actually are very 80s, like those curtains and lots of the dark wood and that sort of mustard coloured mat there, everything. It's very, very well done.
Anything we should be worried about?
No.
It's like the first lie he's told. So my question about his suicide now is, does he commit suicide because he's scared, because he's told people things he shouldn't have said, and he's going to be killed anyway, so he just commits suicide? Or does he commit suicide out of guilt, because he tells lies to people? So I'm thinking that's probably the most likely outcome, that he's telling lies, and that's the first lie he's told. He's just told them not to worry. Oh, look.
Tell them they cannot go over the call.
People are going to die.
It's too close. I repeat.
Oh my God! It's gone right in. Oh my God.
So the next one in.
Send the next one in.
He's a medical doctor. If it says it's safe, it's safe.
Not if they stay here.
We're staying here.
Yes, we are. And we'll be dead in 5 years.
Wow. He had not realised his own life was in danger.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Wow. He did not have a clue. You'd think that with all the denial that they've had in the previous episode and early in this episode, that he'd deny that too. But he seemed to actually let that sink in.
Thou will not.
Good. So they should. Oh, is this going to be the beginning of an evacuation? So did they just get women and children first? Is that what's happening here? Oh, he's off, is he? After telling everyone about the misinformation. Just the idea of packing up and then 10 minutes later leaving the city that you've known or the town that you've known as your own forever, like all in just like that short space of time must be, I mean, it's bizarre, isn't it? Look, it's like a ghost town already.
Turn around right now or I'll arrest you.
If you arrest me, you should take me to the highest possible authority.
I like her.
The uranium will melt the sand, creating a kind of lava which will begin to melt down through the shield below.
You have made lava.
I anticipated this.
You have made lava.
I believe
Approximately 200 kilometers, and likely be fatal to the entire population of Kiev, as well as a portion of Minsk.
we're asking for your permission to kill 3 men.
Jesus. Can they just send 3 people who are already poisoned?
Comrade Legasso,
I mean, is that possible?
all victories inevitably come at a cost.
These people. I don't see you volunteering.
The valve will be difficult to operate, so we'll need 3 men. I don't have an exact number.
We don't need an exact number to know if it will kill us.
So they're going to let these people die and not tell them.
Why should we do this? For what, 400 rubles?
And they have their 3. And they are signing up to suicide. I was wondering if there was no one in Chernobyl that just refused to leave. I'm surprised. Or were they threatened if they didn't leave? Oh my god, there they go. Is that a Geiger counter? Or Geiger counter, or whatever you pronounce it. There's this sound, this sort of crackling. Yeah, it is, that crackling sound. And it's getting louder. And I assume it's getting louder on purpose because we're talking about the radiation levels just being crazy. I've got a horrible feeling they're not going to make it even through this. Oh my god, what's going on? Oh no. Are they all going to lose their lights? It's going to go pitch black. What the heck? You can't just stop it there. So that was very different to episode 1, wasn't it? Episode 1 felt very much like a like a disaster movie, really, because it was while the disaster itself was happening. And then episode 2 was much more of a I don't know how you describe it. I can't think of many shows that were quite like it. It's much more of the sort of political backdrop, but obviously a lot of the people involved are sciencey type people. It was nice to see sort of our 3 main actors. I've seen the sort of posters with the names of the lead actors in, all of whom are pretty well known. Even if I didn't recognise Jared Harris. But is it Stellan Skarsgård? Is that how you pronounce his name? And then Emily Watson, all of whom are just excellent actors. And they all were pitch perfect in this episode, to be honest. but it was a lot slower. Like I said, the one thing I did notice about the first episode, and that came back a lot in the second episode, was how deliberate and slow the pacing was at the very beginning of the episode. But for season 2, for episode 2, it came back and it was very, very deliberate and slow all the way through. That's certainly not a criticism. It felt like the right thing to do so that you could really hear what was happening. It was really interesting to get a proper explanation of, well, I say that, it was like a layperson's explanation of how a nuclear reactor works, because I wouldn't have known at all, so I'm glad they mentioned that. I thought the evacuation went very easily. It was interesting how easily they did that. I don't know if it was because the military was so forceful with it. I imagine that the military were pretty forceful with people back then in the Soviet Union. So, but people just went and it was a ghost town. I actually watched a movie called The Chernobyl Diaries a couple of years ago. It's a not that great horror movie, but it was interesting seeing the town having been left behind like that, because that's what it looked like in the film. Yeah. So those 3 men under there, I don't know if the lights going out and it going quiet means that's it for them. That they get sick and they can't make it back. I don't know. I don't know if that's a really stupid thing to say. Or are we going to find out what happens to them a bit more in the next episode? I guess we'll find out. I guess we'll find out when I next watch the next episode, which I hope to do over the weekend. I want to try and pick up the pace a little with this and get the next 4 episodes, or the next 3 episodes done in the next week and a half. So that's the plan. And I hope that you will join me for those. And thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, then please do comment, like, and subscribe below. I can never get this right. I'm always like, there. And if you are interested in my full-length reactions, not to Chernobyl, because I've not done the full-length reactions for that, but for Buffy the Vampire Slayer and The Expanse and The Handmaid's Tale, then go to my Patreon, which is also down below. And that's that, I guess. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Take care. Bye.